Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's show. This is a show where we talk about creating wealth. Helping people to create wealth, helping people to become financially independent, helping people to live a better life that they deserve. So in today's episode, I title it "The Causes of Poverty" or "Why? What is poverty?" Let me put it that way. What is poverty and how is poverty created? I read a book that says, as a man or a woman thinks, so he or she is. So it's actually your thoughts that creates poverty. But an Oxford dictionary or Cambridge dictionary, also including Merriam-Webster dictionary, define poverty as a state of being inferior in quality or insufficient in amount. A state of being inferior in quality or insufficient in amount. So let's take the first buzzword, inferior. What is inferior? A state of being less or little in importance, or in merit, or in value. Now, if you tell somebody you're inferior to me, or you feel that somebody treats you or treated you as being an inferior to him or her, you get mad. Serious. You want to rip him or her off. So why can't we direct the same resistance or the same anger, madness towards poverty? Why can't we try to rip poverty apart through our thoughts? Now let's take the second word, insufficient. What is insufficient? Lacking or not enough. Not enough is insufficient. And that amount could be amount of money, amount of happiness, but that amount is generally insufficient in amount. Whatsoever you have insufficient of, then you are poverty. It doesn't necessarily mean that poverty is not only relating to money or wealth or whatever. You can be poor in knowledge. You can be poor in understanding. You can be poor in your character. You can be poor in wisdom. You can be poor in your physical appearance. So, but in this episode, let's focus it. I'm going to narrow it only to one, or focus it mainly on money, because here in my show, it's a show we talk about money. How to help people become financially independent. How to help people, create wealth and become happier, become healthier, become joyful, and help others along the way. Now, people said that poverty is as a result of lack or lack of opportunity, But if you have a good quality of thoughts, if your thoughts are right, and you believe that in your mind and allow the power within you to do the job, then you can get any opportunity that you want. That is right for you, because opportunities has to be right for you as a person or as a group. The opportunities have to be right for the members of the group. And having said all that, I don't think that poverty is created by lack of opportunity. Poverty is created because, or as a result of our poor thoughts. Because our thoughts are poor in quality. Then as a result, it's project itself to the outer world or to the outer world where we experience it. And I also believe that lack of financial literacy, because we don't know much about managing our finance, creating wealth, especially in some communities, and let me put it this way, in black communities or whatever, there seems to be a generational curse in terms of there is no pass down from generation to generation, as you would see in some other communities, especially the white communities. But although I'm not saying that poverty is only in black communities, you also have poverty in white communities, in Asian, in other race you can think about. But it's predominantly in black communities. Look around the world. Look at Africa. Look around in South America. The countries that are really poor are mainly African countries. But that will be addressed because the causes of African poverty is selfishness and being self-centered. But it's also coming from their thought, the quality of their thoughts, or the power of the thought and their minds. Because if they have a different thought and believe that this wealth can be shared, or this wealth belongs to everybody, or we are, as we help each other, become better, we all will become better, and not being self-centered and trying to keep the wealth for themselves, especially leaders, So, and if you go to the Caribbean, most African countries and most black countries in the Caribbean, they're also poor and stuff like that. So look at Haiti and rest of them, So what has to happen is, first of all, the change of thoughts. And second of all, it has to be financial literacy. Like I was saying a few seconds ago, because in most black communities, there hasn't been this generational transfer of or understanding of financial literacy. Many black communities, they don't really know much about savings and Wall Street investment and things like that, because this knowledge hasn't been passed down from generations before them, and it goes back to generations. But now people are becoming to be aware of that, and now people are now beginning to acquire. Look, you don't have to go to college. You don't have to have 4 years college degree for you to be financially literate. Financial literacy can be acquired by any man, any woman, any boy, any girl, anywhere in the world, and especially so now that internet and mobile phone or smartphones are available anywhere on the surface of this planet. You can acquire financial literacy. Financial literacy simply tells you about living within your means, saving your income, borrowing what you can pay or don't borrow at all if you know you cannot pay that, you cannot pay it back, and paying off your debt. And in addition, invest what you've saved. Because there's no way any man or woman on the surface of this earth can create wealth without first of all knowing how to save, without first of all having enough money. If you go to the bank today, if you start your own business, I don't know where you live, anywhere in the world, you could live in Asia, you could live in South America, you can live in Europe, anywhere you live, or you could live in Africa, I don't know where you live. But anywhere you live on earth, and you say you start your own business and you have no penny at all, if you go to your bank, the first thing they will ask you is a collateral. What do you have? You haven't got nothing. So sorry, you are too risky for us to help you. You are too risky for us to give you the money from the savers, from people that save their money with us. You're too risky for us to give the money to you to go and squander and waste elsewhere. Because you've not proven or you've not shown to them that you are capable, or you know what's called financial literacy. You are capable of saving money. You are capable of managing your finance. The same thing goes if you write all your business plan or whatever, and you go to a venture capitalist to finance your project. The first thing we ask you is, how much are you committing to this project? You say, oh, hey folks, I haven't really got much to commit, and get nothing, I just want you guys to take all the risk, I want you guys to bear the risk from me, and when we make the profit, you give me my share and stuff like that. Oh, really? And they will turn around and tell you, hey guys, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I'm such a disappointment, it doesn't work that way. You have to show commitment. And the only way you can show commitment is by showing, this is how much I'm willing to risk for my own money. Either I'm willing to sell my house, or I'm willing to invest this amount of money, or I've already invested this amount of money on the project or in my company already. So I'm asking you to help my company grow. So this is what I'm asking you guys to give, to support, and you can take this percentage as equity or in return or whatever. But no venture capitalist and no bank will lend you money if you've not committed a certain amount of money of your own capital. And for you to do that, that's why we're here, to help you know how to save, how to pay off your debt, how to live within your means, and how to invest. Okay? So poverty is not because you live in a certain place or certain places, or you live in certain continent or in certain communities or whatever, in certain countries, that you are poor. No, you are poor because of you are poor in thoughts. The quality of your thought is poor. And you're poor because you lack financial literacy. And because you're not financially literate or know about managing finance, managing your own money or managing money, therefore, there are no opportunities for you. There are no opportunities for you. It's as simple as that. And we're here to show you how you can acquire financial literacy skills. You may be a college degree or holder, you may be a millionaire, but having a college degree and being a millionaire doesn't really guarantee you a financial literacy knowledge, because I've seen millionaires go bankrupt. I know somebody who earned over $300 million during his career and today has less than $1 million. And I know somebody who was paid over $27 million playing football in England, but today he's sleeping on the couch, he's sleeping on a friend's couch, moving from one friend's house to another. And begging club mates to help him, to contribute financially, to help him live or sustain himself. But he earned 27 million pounds. Where is that 27 million pounds? What has he done with it? He threw it away. Living a lavish lifestyle. Buying cars that he cannot afford, or living extravagantly. I'm not saying living good is bad. If you're a billionaire, you can live large. You can live, you can have your own private jet, your yachts, or whatever. But you have to make your money to work for you, and therefore you have to increase that money that you've earned over time. You cannot earn money and make a certain amount of money, and you want to live beyond what you've earned. If you're earning $1 million a year, you have to live within that $1 million income. If you're earning 30,000 or 20,000 or 50,000 or $100,000 a year, you have to live within that income. And in addition to that, you have to let that income labor for you. Let your children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren of that income serve you, because money is meant to serve you. Money is meant to serve your needs. Money is meant to serve you to make your life easier, more comfortable, more enjoyable, and more happier. I don't know that the last word, happier. Many might argue money doesn't make you happy, but it does. So we're here to show you how you can become financially literate, becoming financially able to manage your money, and becoming financially independent, and to create wealth for yourself, and to beat poverty mentality, and to beat poverty. Because, like I said in the beginning, it's not because you live in certain areas of the world, or because your family weren't successful, or your family are not billionaires or millionaires, so therefore that creates poverty. Now, the poverty you're experiencing is coming, or you created poverty for yourself, and it's coming from your thoughts, and it's time to get rid of it, get hold of it, and get rid of it. So therefore, my friends, if this podcast has been of any help to you, I want you to subscribe down here, and get my newsletters about investment, about financial planning, about financial management, about financial independence, and why not register in one of my webinars? It's for free. And why not register in the EWS Financial Academy, where we'll give you all these tips, and it's not going to cost you a fortune, but this will be a skill that will serve you for the rest of your life and for your next generation, if you can pass it down to your next generation. Okay? So I'm waiting for you. Get on the line, get on the phone, get on the internet, download my podcast from my Apple Podcast, from Amazon Music and Audible, from Google Podcasts, and from Podbean, and from Spotify. Register, and let's do business together, because I know you can. So don't think because you live in certain part of the world, therefore you're meant to be poor. No. You are not meant to be poor, and you can be that.